This is Abbey. As you can see, today is an especially playful day. She was eating my pants earlier. And now she's trying to decide if she's going to run or if she's going to enjoy this spot. Oop, there she goes. She's having a very good morning. In terms of news, for Abby, not much is developing. I may need to clip her claws again soon. She handled my absence in Sioux City for a couple nights pretty well. Surprisingly, she did not scatter her toys as many places as I expected. But scatter her toys, she still did. She did pretty well, and once she actually realized that I was back, she stopped hiding and actually paid extra attention to me. And then last night, I don't know what time, I didn't bother looking, she meowed for me. I called to her, she entered the bedroom, then continued to meow for me, so I had to actually call her name a few more times. I think she was hoping that I was not just going to be magically back in Sioux City again. But in Sioux City, I went there just for some fun, and I did actually do a little bit of shopping for Abby. I didn't get anything really big, but I did spend a lot of money on her. Down there, you'll see one of those little curly Q pipe cleaner type toys. Abby absolutely loves trying to uncurl those. And then over here, you'll see one of her other new toys. It's like a shrimp sushi kind of thing, but she especially loves these, the little rice California roll things. You want it, Abby? She absolutely loves those. I also got her flying manta ray toy. You see it over here. Basically what you do is you pick it up, you hold the looped part with your finger. I'm not going to do it because I have one hand. I have my phone in one hand. You hold the looped end with one finger, and then you pull on the tail, and then you aim it, and then it will fly off in that direction. Now, Abby absolutely loves when you throw toys for her. In fact, I will show you that now, although she will definitely try to make a liar out of me while I do this. Abby. Of course, she has not actually worked out the whole bring it back to the person for fetch thing, but she absolutely loves when you throw toys for her. And then, of course, I got a new diffuser for the living room, and this is both because Abby spends most of her time actually in the living room now, but also because it's going to probably help me with the process of introducing a new kitten. And there's another one of the curly cues right there. The process of introducing the new kitten. Here's the first one. I may need to actually change its vial soon. You'll notice that Abby tends to follow me, but then run off. And I like that, but I also think that means that she actually expects someone to chase her, and I cannot chase her. Me running around my apartment is going to get complaints from my neighbors. But that leads to the next topic, which is when is kitten number 2 going to happen? And I'm hoping to actually get down to the shelter tomorrow, but at the very latest, I'm thinking Saturday. It depends on how my work week shakes out because, I do have a day job. Abby is not someone I take care of for pay. But I know that based on how she plays, she crabs, she runs, the way she looks at me, the way she likes to play with my hand, which, again, I've been getting kind of mixed messages from people on Discord about whether or not it's a good idea to let her play with my hand. I know at the very least if I'm going to have her play with my hand, I need her to trim her claws again because it's going to start hurting very soon. But my point is, because of the way she's been playing and clearly expecting reciprocation, I think she wants a playmate. Now, that's not the only reason to get a kitten. In fact, that's actually a very bad reason to get a kitten exclusively. It's a good reason to mix in with other reasons to get a kitten. And the main reason I want to get another kitten is just because I want to give another kitten a forever home. But for Abby, another kitten will give her someone to play with. It will also help her with her confidence because she's still relatively high strung. And, one of the minor, distant benefits that I'm hoping to get from it is a kitten who's a little more cuddly than Abby. That's not a primary or important reason, but it's a nice perk because Abby, though I know she's capable of snuggling, isn't super snuggly. She likes to be with me, but she doesn't really like to be like on top of me, at least not right now. So, I'm kind of hoping that kitten number 2 makes up for that. It would be nice to get a kitten who complements Abby nicely in that department, but that's obviously not a reason to get a kitten. So, I don't know which kitten it's going to be. It's going to take some time and interaction with the kitten involved. So, that's basically the news. That's the Abbey Updoot. And she is extremely playful. She's not really afraid of me. I'm pretty confident now that anytime she's running from me, it's basically for play purposes, or she's just concerned I'm going to pick her up or something. But she doesn't growl, she doesn't hiss. Although she only really growled at me for the first week. And in fact, during the time she was actually avoiding me because she didn't like me, I took her growling at me as a good sign that she was actually was improving around me, because before Abby was just not making a sound and just hoping I would go away. Growling would be a way to ensure that I know where she is. She's telling me where she is, but she wants me to stay away. Every time she growled, I would actually ignore it. I know that sounds bad, but she always responded positively after, and now she just doesn't growl anymore. But now she has the zoomies, which probably means in another couple of hours she's going to be passed out for most of the day. And yesterday, as another sign of some progress, although she did still spend a good chunk of time under the couch, she did also spend a lot of her daytime sleep time right here where she's visible. Usually she prefers to hide when it's time for her daily big sleep. And of course, her primary means of entertainment when she's not playing is just looking out the window. Sadly, there haven't been any birds this morning for her to chirp at. Yeah, she's very playful, and she'll come up on the couch when I signal her to, and she'll generally take pets unless she's out and about, which is good. So as far as I'm really concerned, she's pretty well acclimated to me and the apartment, although she will hide the second any guests are here. That is going to take a good amount of time to figure out, because obviously I would have to have guests here a significant amount of time before she would get bold enough to do it. And yeah, that's just going to take a lot of time. It may take a while. Although with kitten number 2, if they wind up emboldening Abby, she might just wind up taking the guests just because she sees kitten number 2 being friendly to them and not getting eaten. So there is that. To date, none of my guests have tried to eat Abby, by the way, which, A+ for my guests. And that's really all there is to say. Later, everybody.